All right, St. Louis, I just finished that workout. I want to come back on to clarify a few things for you, St. Louis. I don't think many of you understand what I'm trying to convey. And I want you to understand, I'm not necessarily being insensitive. I spoke about people smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol and acting a damn fool, sex and gambling, etc. Let me tell you something. Compliments. There's no way we're going to put that type of toxic carbon monoxide poison in our bodies and we're in our right mind. There's no way. How could you put 2-3 packs of cigarettes a day in your body, and it's stopping your oxygen, your blood flow? You got to be crazy, but you don't know that that's what's going on. You think it's an addiction. It's not an addiction. The mind is just undeveloped. Alcohol, gambling, sex, out there having sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Back in the day, we all did that when we were younger. I mean, we were silly. We didn't have a clue. But we got to wake up. You got to wake up. You don't know what's crawling on Tom. He might have all kind of different types of viruses and bacteria. You can't even see. He look fine on the outside, but the inside is full of bugs. I want you to understand. It's bigger than what you think. I want you to try to come to the realization of what I'm trying to get you to understand that you never understood. It's imperative that we come to our true self and begin to understand that we never understood. Nor am I saying that people that smoke cigarettes, because my mom smoked cigarettes, my sister smoked cigarettes, I just never smoked cigarettes. But when you're smoking cigarettes and alcohol and drug addiction, etc., it's not an addiction. It's a mind undeveloped problem. It's a mind problem. Your mind is causing you to do the things that you don't want to do. The Bible says, what did Paul say? The things I want to do, I can't do. So as a result, I'm doing something that I don't want to do. Many people think, oh, he wants to smoke. No. It's mind wants to smoke. His mind is undeveloped. His mind is in darkness. Who in their right mind are going to smoke until they die and tell you, I'm not going to stop smoking? That has to be something wrong with the mind. It's not rocket science. Come on now. We must reach a higher level of awareness. We must come to realize that when we thought we were intelligent back in the 1600s with Isaac Newton talking about gravity, apples falling from the tree, go to 1900 with Isaac Newton, or not Isaac Newton, but Albert Einstein talking about special relativity, general relativity. I mean, even down to Copernicus, Galileo, these guys were undeveloped. We literally followed false, incomplete doctrine. We thought that they had the 411, so we formulated everything after what they said. Oh, there must be stars out there. Oh, there must be 8 planets. Oh, it must be Neptune, which is roughly the most distant planet after Pluto, which they decided wasn't a planet. Who is they to decide? The undeveloped mind has not the ability to decide anything. It's undeveloped. You're thinking, well, how can it be undeveloped? How can it not be undeveloped if we're still dealing with gasoline and solar, nuclear power? We have to strengthen our mind. And once we strengthen that mind, we must tap the power from the mind. The mind is perfect at its perfected state. And as a result, we must tap that power. We must fuel our houses with that mind. You're thinking, how are we going to do that? Let me ask you a question. I think many of you can't comprehend what I'm getting ready to say, but try anyway. Do you think you're plugged into something? You think you're just walking? You're probably thinking, yeah, I'm walking. No, you don't have a clue. You have no feet, you have no hands. You encoding everything that you see. Taste, touch, smell, hear, sight. You're encoding it. You're thinking encoding it. Down to the molecular subatomic level. We're talking about the molecules. You are encoding everything. Nothing is physical. It's just like you're in a movie. You're in the Matrix and you don't even know it. It's not your fault that you don't know it. It's not your mother's fault that she didn't know it. It's not your grandmother or grandfather's fault they didn't know it. It's not the president's fault that he didn't know it. It's not the kings and queens' fault that they don't know it. They're all following deception. And that's one of the reasons we got rumors of wars and wars. That's one of the reasons we got so many different religions. We got problems. But we're now in a position to solve these problems because we're smarter than we have ever thought we were capable of being. Oh, we're smarter. We're so many light years smarter, but we can't allow that to die. We have to do something about it now. Many are concerned about the coronavirus, and rightfully so. The viruses were here all the way back to the bubonic plague, Spanish flu. They're not going to stop until we strengthen in mind. Once we strengthen in mind, we stop the virus. Why is that? The virus is a negative sound. It's just like breaking a glass, dropping it on the floor, and the glass shatters in so many different pieces. The perfected mind has the ability to bring that glass together, which is that sound together, and change that sound. And as a result, that sound that was once killing us, we will now be walking on it. I'm trying my best, St. Louis, to get you all to understand that we never understood. Not only that, we're living in darkness. This is hell on earth. This is hell. The Bible says we must bring heaven to earth. Many of you thinking, when I leave here, I'm going to heaven. No, you need to literally change your mind. And as a result of changing your mind, you can bring heaven down to earth. Heaven is a certain sound. I'm trying to get you all to understand it's not literal. It's a sound. Literally, it's a sound. Until you reach that level of understanding, you're not going to know that you're living in darkness. Because you can't serve both. You're either one or the other. You're either hot or cold. I'm trying St. Louis. I'm trying New York. I'm trying Chi-Town. I'm trying the Bahamas. I'm trying Oregon. I'm trying Georgia. We must stop following deception. You can't continue to follow these pastors. These pastors are illiterate and have not a clue. They seem to be literate. Got the seminaries and all these different schools that they're going to. Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Oxford. These schools are made for children, and you don't even know it. We are so far beyond that level of intellect, but yet we haven't yet tapped into it. It's our responsibility to reach the unified field of everything, and once we do, not a devil in hell can control us again. Until next time, I want you all to understand, I'm not playing in this season. I'm going to bring it like never been brought before. And remember one thing, I'm fearless. God bless. I wish you would.